Starnld with your weekly skirmish conglomeration. We have 5 for you today. We're going to start with the W-UNI, KTSN. We actually have 2 in a row against them. The first one didn't go quite as well. The second one goes a little better. So here we are. We're starting off on Himmelsdorf. We're running very heavy today. 1 light tank, 6 30-45s, and they have 3 Kroms and 2 30-45s, 43, and a light tank. Standard call, I put the light tank just out the middle. I was going to have to go off to the right where we're going, but I changed my mind late and had to go to the left. Spot the type 64, which was expected. They did the same thing as we did. And for some reason, I got lucky here, and Slappy spots 3 Cromwells. It wasn't so lucky for Slappy. He tries like heck to get away. In the end, you'll see he doesn't quite make it. It's a tough battle. We turn around from our original call, and we're going to turn around to defend. And we get tapped in fairly decent positions. They're not here yet, so Ankh moves up. Knight starts moving up. Ankh catches the Type 64 out. He's going to chase him down. At this point, I'm like, where are the 30-45s? I'm not in a position to shoot anything. I spot one, so I turn around. I knew they were going to be there. And then we start talking about getting shot from behind. So the 2 Cromwells in B6-7. They were taking out on the 3 of us defending. I made a comment that we needed to get rid of those Cromwells. Unfortunately, our tanks in the middle misunderstood that, and they went to the center and chased down the P-40. So while we're trying to hold back these 30-45s, we're getting shot in the butt, and they're just taking us down one at a time, which in the end didn't work out very well for us. We really needed to get rid of those 2 in the back, or at least distract them. So now we do have the overmatch in the middle. We have 3 on 2, now 2 on 1. They're on our cap. We're not going to worry about that yet. I think it's Voltron and I don't know who the other tank is. Ankh still alive in the middle, and they're going to go after this Cromwell. And Ankh discovers the 30-45 and dies because they double team him. Cromwell's about to die. And Voltron's going to take out the 30-45 before he can worry about Cap. Takes him out, and he chooses to go this way to Cap. Not sure if that was the right decision, but that's where the tanks were last spotted. And he doesn't quite make it, so they beat us. And like I said, I thought that we kind of screwed up. I didn't call it right, and their instincts, they were chasing what was shooting them, which was acceptable. But we really needed to take out those 2 Cromwells over on the side that were shooting us in the back. So here we are, pretty much the exact same lineup, same people, same team, same opponents, same people. The Knights of St. again, and this is on Cliff. I called to have our T-37 Slappy go to the hill with 2 30-45s to back them up, and 4 of us are going to go down to the bottom and take the donut. Honestly, I expect them all to stay together. I kind of expected them to go up the 5-6 line, or we were going to run into them all on the 1-2 line. It doesn't work out that way either, so I was wrong. It worked out well for us, but it wasn't exactly what I expected. And one thing of note here, see that tree coffee just knocked down, so they were far enough away that they wouldn't see that. But when we come around this corner here, I don't know if this shows up in the video or not, but I'm looking forward to see. I saw a tree fall right there, so I'm like, okay, there's a tree fall, they're going to be here. So we're ready when they're here. And we start taking out Cromwells like they're going out of style here. One of us shot AT, which only did some damage. Unfortunately, we're shooting different targets there. So we take them out. We took out 1. Now we take out the other one. Now there's still Cromwell up top, but we need to go help out our other guys around the side, but we need to take out this Cromwell first. So I called to take out the Cromwell first. Slappy didn't make it to the top of the hill. The Type 64 did that. Present the problem. But they're down 3 tanks now, so as long as we know he's there and he doesn't snipe us. Most of our guys are going to go around the left-hand side of this hill now so they can get shots on their 30-45s. I'm choosing to go over here so I can take shots with the Type 64, which goes horribly. Okay, he doesn't see me. I shoot, miss. Still doesn't see me. I move up a little. Got plenty of target. I shoot and I miss. And another one, shoot and miss. Meanwhile, the team is cleaning up those 30-45s. Slappy gets up there, puts a shot into him, and I finally hit something right after Slappy does. Slappy, I guess, ammo racked them. So anyways, that was a nice victory. We felt good after that. Kind of retribution for the first time we lost. So now we start playing teams that were ranked higher than us. This is DRK, and they are about 80 points ranked higher than 80 points higher and probably a top 100 team. We were right around 100 at this point. They're probably close to like 75, 50 to 75. So they're very fast. Full bunch of Cromwells and the VK and the Type 64. We're kind of slow. I didn't want to get caught out, so I didn't want to go to the hill. And I didn't want to go too far down the 1-2 line because they could way outspeed us, and I didn't want to risk that. So we made the call to basically camp, something we really don't like to do. Matter of fact, Master Sergeant Coffee was bitching and swearing the whole time. He hates camping, So we spot out the Type 64 quick. Somebody gets a shot on him, probably Slappy. And then there's the 3 Croms in the middle. We're like, okay, so we know where the Croms are. And we're just going to be patient here and take snipes, pot shots at him, hoping Slappy can get out of there without dying. I asked the person closest to the cap to make sure he's got shots on whoever might chase Slappy over the side, if they choose to do that. And they're playing pretty cautiously here. They know we don't have shots on the Type 64. They're poking really well. The exchanges aren't going particularly poorly for them. You don't see a whole lot of health coming off the guys I'm looking at. Slappy managed to escape. He's on our side. Nobody's shooting at him. The Type 64 pokes over. Nobody gets shots at him. I asked for me and Coffee to move up a little, see if we can get side shots on these guys in the middle. Now again, we're not going to go too far because we need to be able to get back, and we don't want to be caught out. We want to be getting support. Cromwell crosses over and takes out Slappy, and they don't manage to kill him. Touchy was looking right at him. I guess missed him a couple of times, and he escapes without getting dead. Matter of fact, they managed to take out Mini Dump with an artillery strike. Now me and Coffee are at risk here. These guys see us. Coffee takes a couple of shots. I received one. I don't think our guys are shooting at them. They're shooting at other people. Somebody's shooting at me. So they actually have to come over to shoot us, and we should be able to put damage into them when they do. And the guys far away should not have shots on us because we're a little dip here. If we get up too high on it and we're spotted, they might be able to get us in the turret. But if we play it well, they shouldn't. Maybe have to come all the way over, put the shot into Coffee, and he pays for it. And at this point, I'm all by myself out here. I don't want to get caught out alone, so I start backing up. Keeping my aim at where I'm expecting them to come from. Somewhere in all that mess is Touchy took out their Type 64. So we know the VK is a one-shot. They have 4 Cromwells. One of them we know is here in the middle. And we're just going to be patient and make them poke and make them find us. The way this strat works is, like Touchy there, he just got spotted. They have guys either in the middle or on the far rail, and if you get spotted, they focus you down and you're dead, and that's pretty much what just happened to Chucky. So we have 3 of us here, and if that Cromwell pokes up and spots us, we better be moving. And there he is again. One of us fires and misses. That's partly why I'm not sticking my head up right now. I'm not really wanting to receive 3 shots from whoever's looking at me. And at this point we have optimum positions. If they get on cap, we can manage that. If they come at us, we can manage that. And the guys behind me on Knight, finish him off. Now we're 3 on 3. We know the VK is a one-shot. We were going to start camping a little bit, and we can come to us, and somewhere in here, one of our members has XVM and says they've only got 400 hit points spread over 3 tanks, so they're all one-shots. So I'm like, well, okay, if that's the case, then maybe we should push their cap and find them, because they're not going to push us. My initial plan was going to be for 2 of us to go up and leave 1 in the back to snipe the cap in case they decided to use their speed. But what we end up doing is sending 2 with the 3rd one actually trailing up behind us so that he can get back if need be. So eventually we'll decide we're going to do that. It took us a little while to figure it out and to discuss it. And I'm not always the fastest decision maker in the world. So at this point, when you know, when you feel that they're camping, there's a couple places they can be. They could be at that K2, JK2 in the bushes there. They could be up on the hill. They could be behind the cap and the rail over in that area there. They might still be in the middle on the rails. If they're as low health as that, they probably wouldn't do that. This team actually played it really well, though. I was saying that they were ranked higher than us. They played it like they had a lot of map knowledge and that skill. So at this point, we're coming up, and I just clicked where I expected them to be, just so that we were all on the same page. And when we decide to turn into the bushes, I make sure I communicate that with everybody. Same thing when I go out in the open. Sometimes they could be in here and we still wouldn't have them spotted. You almost have to trip on them in these bushes, especially high camo vehicles if they had PD or something. In this case, by now I know they're not here. I tell my team, okay, I'm going out in the open. Probably going to be on the rails and on the hill, but we're going to try to find them. Okay, there's one guy on the rails. I don't have a shot. I'd have to stay in focus. He puts one into me. Spot the other one on the other rails. He puts one into me. We get the first one on the rails. And now I'm trying to get behind this little hillock so I don't get shot from the hill. And guess what? I get shot from the hill. So I communicate exactly where he is to everybody. I say, okay, he's on the hill just like we expected. Which is a good play. That's where he should be. That use the 2 Cromwells down here to spot us. And the guy up on the hill taking shots at us. The Nox going to pull in, and he just got spotted by this first Cromwell, and the guy on the hill taking shots at us. Well played on their part. This Cromie says, okay, I'm too close. Onk's actually below the line of fire now. The tracks are kind of covering him from where the guy on the hill is. And the Cromwell doing the spotting. He's going to go up to the rails in the middle, and he's going to try spotting from there. But where he misses out, possibly what lost us for them is that his crew skills. Nige manages to spot the Cromie when he pops up over the hill, and that was his downfall. So this time, at this point, we know we have 2 pretty much full health 30-45s and a one-shot Cromwell, and we're on cap. He's got to come to us, so we're just going to sit here and wait for him to come to us. and he makes a valiant effort. Like I said, it was well played on their part. They tried. They lost a little too much health playing around in the middle early on. They just weren't able to take us out. And we capture the base and we kill them all at the same time. And that was GRK. So now we're going to get to play Good Luck Hellfish, GLHF. Very highly ranked. They are probably a top 20 team. So I didn't actually realize it at the time. So I called our standard strat. We're going to go park in the corner. I'm going to send my light tank to check the middle and then check the Banana Road just to be on the safe side. And usually the call is if the light tank doesn't see anything when he makes that run, his next goal is to make sure that they're not going to get us from the hill or to try to spot them again through the middle. Very rarely in skirmishes do they go to the hill. It does happen, but not as common. So here we are, we see them, they're doing what I would call the common spread, which a lot of the high-level teams do. They spread out in the windows. Not a big surprise there. We're going to maintain our positions. In the way we set up, we're able to get back and collapse back onto them if they were to make a push. So here the Type 64 gets spotted. So he kind of knows he's spotted. He knows where those tanks are that spotted him. And he makes a big mistake here. He decides he's going to try to go to the window. He didn't know we were here, and look at the healthy case we're here. He should have known he was still spotted and not popped out there. Big mistake on his part, but now he gets back in the cover. But while he was doing that, as soon as he got hit by 3 different tanks, they start pushing in because they now know we have 3 tanks outside on the rails, so they should have an overmatch in the middle. Cromwell comes through first. He doesn't even spot them. The 30-45 right behind them. So now we're repositioning. They take out our light tank. That's okay. At this point, he's no longer needed. He could be helpful, but he's not needed. Coffee and myself are going around the flank. Loadout starts following us, gets a little confused. I think you'll see in a little bit he goes around to do a further flank. And surprise, I'm here too. They were chasing after Coffee. Coffee gets a great position there in the window. I would not have thought to get there. But based on where they were, he gets a lot of shots off in that window. And then what happens is they start focusing on him because they're taking damage from him. And here I am picking them off while they're looking at him. There's 130-45, that's a one-shot. ODAT finishes him off. And you see, they're not able to concentrate their fire anywhere. We're not either, really, but what gets really painful in these good skill teams, these high-level teams, they focus the fire really well. In this case, they got separated, they weren't able to do that. Now we're up. We have 5 tanks to their 3, and we're in a really good position here. I'm like, okay, they decide they're not going to play with Coffee and me anymore, plus ODAT's on the other side, so I'm going to go into the middle and take them on. We have the numbers, we can do this, right? Bad mistake on my part. It's going to take Coffee a little bit to realize what I'm doing and to get out of his little dug-in hole. Make bad driving, and bounce one, and look at this. I get hit by everything in the book. Luckily, ODAT saw what I was doing, and he didn't want me to get outnumbered, and he came around behind me. And when they started focusing on us, the 2 guys in the back, Touchy and Mungs here, they come into play. Let's go to one shot, we get rid of him, and Coffee got in a little late. He got taken out, but now it's a 2-on-1. And Mungs, I'm focused on him right now. You see he's got a dead driver and a dead command. That's something else. He didn't want to push it too far, touches on the front end and finishes him off. So that was a really good game. We love it when we beat those high-ranking teams. I think they might have underestimated us a little bit. But like I said, that's a fairly common strat for those teams, is for them to do that. And last up we have ECU, another team that was higher ranked than us. Actually, they're really closely ranked to us. We're going to be on Abbey, and this one was an exciting finish, so you'll see when we get there. So we have one Cromwell with mini dump, the rest of us 3045s. They've got a light tank and a Cromwell. And then they've got the rest are heavy mediums, except for that 4S, which shoots hard. The call is send the Cromwell to the spot, leave Touchy back to shoot anything he might spot in the middle, kind of with a sniper, and the rest of us are going to go up on the hill. I should say the 1-2 line, not the hill. So Touchy wasn't in position to get shots on the Cromwell. Mini told me that he got 2 shots in, which is good, so we're at an advantage there. I don't always like to leave the sniper there because it means that we're down a tank up here. You kind of need to have somebody to make sure they don't come running down the middle. You can hopefully get somebody into the Abbey to push further towards the 6, 7, 8 line and hope to spot them if they're coming down the beach. And we spot the 3002. This is going to be my nemesis here. I decide I'm going to go down low with Coffee. I don't want him facing this guy alone. And I poke out the first time, try to get shots in. I bounce one from the Rudy. He blocks one from me, and then I take the shot from the 3002. That's going to be consistent during this. Artie's ready. They're all bunched up in the corner. We're down to tank. I launch the Artie on those 2, and probably one of my better Artie strikes ever. And you'll see in the notifications, we get 1, and we get 2. That was a nice bonus there. So now we're up by a tank. Me and Coffee are trying to get in on this Rudy and the 3002. And of course I get hit. I don't get to send anything in return. Coffee gets hit. We don't do well down here. I bounce one and get hit. Like, how many times are they going to poke? Coffee decides he's not poking anymore. He's going to go up top, help Odad out. I just want to keep these guys honest, which great decision. Odad dies. Coffee's still trying to help. Mini dump in the Cromwell is going to try to help us out up here. And at the same time, Touchy decides he's going to take on the 12T and the Cromwell in the middle all by himself. So Mini and Coffee are battling up at the top against the Rudy. I get hit again by the 3002. Now they're in a 2-on-1 up there. I'm hoping that they can win that. I want to make sure the 3002 doesn't go help them. He is going to help them. Mini dump goes down in the Cromwell. I finally get a shot in on a 3002. He sends one back, and I finally bounce one of his. I get another shot in. Coffee and the Rudy. The Rudy's dead. I tell Coffee, hang tight, I'm coming, I'm tight. And he runs in and he dies. So now it's me and the 3002. He's got quite a bit more health than me and has outplayed me. I'm like, oh shoot, don't come down. No. Poor driving on my part. I get into the corner. He shits me again and he loses 1 hit point. Still alive. I still have a chance. Touchy's still playing with the 2 in the middle. And we're in trouble here. I wanted to get the tracking shot there. I missed the tracking shot. He bounced unbelievably. I finish him off and I tell Touchy, hang tight. Me and my 1 hit point are coming. So there's nothing left to watch here of me, so we're going to watch the mini-map. We have Touchy, the 12T, and the Cromwell. Somehow, Touchy finishes off the Cromwell. Now, those 2-on-1, they should have been able to take him down. Touchy must have done some miraculous play here. It's also possible the 12T ran out of, he was clipping, and he gets finished off. So that was a really exciting finish. I believe Touchy-Feely thought it was an exciting finish as well. W-UNI is always recruiting. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button if you liked it and want to subscribe. Appreciate it, and thank you again.